Hi guys, it's me, Adam Garratt, and welcome back to the channel where you can watch me make you some delicious food. Or maybe not in this case, because I don't actually know if this is going to be tasty or complete trash. Now, a bit of a backstory to this video. I was on Chris the Butcher's live stream, about a week and a half ago, something like that. Now, many of you know Chris the Butcher, and if you don't, I highly suggest you check out his channel, which I'll put a link to up on the screen somewhere, so you can go and check out his videos and subscribe. If you're a bit kind of offended by bad language, I would go with caution, as he's by no means family friendly, but he's a funny guy and he makes some good food, so go and check him out. But anyway, I was on Chris's live stream and somehow the conversation got to marmite, which if you're a Brit you will know is something as completely delicious or completely disgusting, because it's one of those things you either love it or you hate it. But for my subscribers out there that don't know what marmite is, basically the only way to describe it is it's a very strong, meaty, yeasty, salty paste. It sounds disgusting, I know, but actually I really love it. And I think Chris does too. But anyway, in the chat I came up with this idea for a marmite burger and I suggested he made it. And then he turned to me and goes, well, tell you what, you make it because you came up with it. So I thought, well, all right then. But I wanted to get him involved with it, and you know, as the kind of stream went on, we had a bit of a discussion about it, and we decided to come up with the Marmite Challenge. So basically what's going to happen is I'm going to make my burger, which is going to incorporate Marmite, and I must say that I've not done this before, I'm completely winging it. And he's done the same. He's not made a burger, but I haven't seen the video. He's done something else with steak. But as it stands, I haven't seen his video, he hasn't seen mine. So we're completely oblivious as to what each other's made. Now both videos will be released at exactly the same time. So after you've watched this one, pop over to his channel, have a look at his recipe and see what you think. Right, that's enough of me waffling on, let's crack on with the recipe. And the first thing we need to do is make the burgers. Right, okay, so to make my burgers, it stands to reason that I need some minced beef. Now normally I get my mince from the butcher's, but by the time I'd finished work they closed. So I've gone for some good quality Aberdeen Angus beef from Marks and Spencer's. It looks alright, so we're going to use that. So I'm going to open up this packaging. Now I don't really know how much I need, because obviously I've never made this before. So this is 500 grams, so I'm going to use all of it. And whatever I've got left over, I'll just have to eat it, won't I? Now all I'm going to add to this first is some pepper. Okay, I'm going to get some ground black pepper in there. And then I think I'm going to add some Marmite. Now the reason I haven't added any salt to this is because Marmite's quite salty in itself. So I'm going to hold back on the salt. And I'm going to go in with maybe a teaspoon. I think that should be enough. Might be too much. Okay, because it's quite strong stuff. The only thing left to do now is to give this a good old mix. This could be really epic or really bad. Right, okay, so that's thoroughly mixed in. That can sit in the fridge whilst we get on and make the filling for our burger. Now, one of the things I wanted with this burger is a filling. And I kind of wanted like a molten centre, so obviously I thought cheese. And then I thought, bang, cheese and Marmite, they both go together. So I thought, can I incorporate Marmite into the cheese filling so that you get a nice gooey, soft, runny, cheesy centre that's got that Marmite flavour as well. This could work, could be a disaster, who knows. Right, so I'm going to grate some cheese, and I've got some Cornish Cove extra mature cheddar. So I'm going to get this out of its packet. I'm only going to make one burger, so I think I'm going to go for just about that much cheese. And then I'm just going to grate this into gratelings. Bits of grated cheese, folks. Right, so I've grated the cheese, which is more than enough. I'm going to add that to the bowl, and then I think to that, the only thing we need is some more Marmite. Don't think I need too much, because it's quite strong, so a good heaped teaspoon of that. Now I guess the only thing for me to do is to get my hands in there and kind of mould it together. Oh dear. Oh, it's kind of working. No, it is working. I think that's too much Marmite though. You know, that's like a whole heaped teaspoon there, just with that bit of cheese. But we'll go with it. We'll go with it. Right, so I'm going to wrap this up in some cling film, pop it back in the fridge, whilst we get on with the next component, which is a Marmite mayonnaise. Yes, if you didn't think that this could get any more Marmitey, yeah, you're in for a shock. Right, okay, so let's make this Marmite mayo. So we'll go in with some mayonnaise first. I don't need a lot of this, so I'm thinking 1, 2, 3, 2.5, more like 2 tablespoons actually, of good mayo. Now another thought is I wanted a bit of heat in there. I kind of thought mustard to start with, but actually I think sriracha would be quite good because it's got some sweetness too, which might complement the Marmite and the mayonnaise, so we'll give it a go. I'm going to go and grab some sriracha out the fridge. Now I don't want it to kind of blow my head off, so I'm just going to add ½ teaspoon. I think that will be plenty. Okay, so let's just mix this up. Jesus, what have I created? Let's try it. It's got definite Marmite flavour. I think that could take a bit more sriracha. That'll do. Yeah, so that's the Marmite mayo done. The next thing we need to do is assemble the burgers and get them cooked. Right, so what I've done is I've taken the meat mixture and I've weighed it out into 2 equal portions of 100 grams each. I think that's going to be plenty. The rest of the meat, I'll do something else with it. And I've also got our little cheese ball here, which again, we'll probably use about half, maybe 3/4 of it. So what I'm going to do is just take each ball and just kind of press it out. Do the first one. Okay, just move that to one side. And same with the other one. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is take this Marmite cheddar ball thingy, and will I use all of it? Probably not quite. I'll just form it into a bit of a disc. And I'm going to pop that in the centre and then place the other patty on top. Now I'm going to spend some time just sealing the edges, you know, moulding it into a burger shape, get it nice and neat, and then we can fry it. Right, so the burger's made. I did pop it back in the fridge for about 5 minutes, just to kind of set it a bit. And now we're ready to cook. So I've got my brand new, lovely, marvellous skillet here. Well, I don't know, it might be rubbish, I've not used it yet. So I'm going to add a bit of rapeseed oil, and I'm going to get this on to a medium-high heat. Wrong hob, Adam. Let's try again. So I'm going to let that come up to temperature, and then we can add the burger. Right, in she goes. Oh, that's the sound you want to hear. Now for a burger this size, I'm thinking about 4, maybe 5 minutes each side, because we need that meat to cook through, and also that cheese and Marmite filling to melt. And I think what I'm going to do as well is when this is about halfway done, I'm going to add some smoked streaky bacon to the pan, cook that off, because I think that'll go nice with the burger as well. Right, so the burger and the bacon is cooked. I've sliced up my tomato, my lettuce. I've also toasted the bun in the bacon and the burger fat just for extra flavour. So now let's assemble the burger. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is just add a bit of this Marmite mayonnaise just to the base. Next I'm going to add some lettuce, which I'm just going to break up and put on the bottom. And that's going to add a nice bit of freshness, bit of crunch. Next, on with our burger patty. Now, there has been a minor disaster, folks. You can see that the burger somehow sort of came undone. The cheese has sort of oozed out the sides a bit. It's not too much of a problem because I think it's still melted and it's kind of kept its shape mostly. So I think it's going to be fine. Next, I'm going to add a couple of slices of tomato because I just think that sweetness will just kind of help balance it out. And then, of course, we'll go on with some nice strips of smoked bacon. And we're going to pop the lid on and just press that down a bit. And there it is. My wonderful or not so wonderful creation. We'll find out in a minute. Right, so let's do this. Let's cut this in half and see what we have got. There we are. It's not turned out too bad actually. Got the cheese sort of inside there, nice and gooey. Let's give this a try. Right, let's tuck in one half of this creation. It's Frankenstein monster of a burger. It's going to go everywhere, isn't it? Apologies, but I'm going in. That's actually turned out really quite good. Way too much Marmite, but I really like Marmite, so that's going to be fine for me. But I think what that's done is it's kind of taken away from the other flavours because it's too dominant. Because remember, we added it to the beef, we added it to the cheese, and also the mayo as well. But yes, I've gone to the other extreme, but actually this has got real potential. See, the thing I'm finding is that the Marmite added to the beef actually enhances it. I think that adds a lot of flavour, and it seems to make the beef a bit more meatier. I think there's far too much added to the cheese, and I think actually I'll probably next time omit the Marmite from the cheese altogether. For something I've never done before, it's just something I've thought of and I've kind of winged it. It's turned out really, really good, and I think with some tweaks and some further development, this could be a cracking little burger. So there we have it, that's my Marmite burger. I'm not going to put a recipe on it because this is just a bit of fun. I may develop it further and kind of see where I can take it. Now if you're a YouTuber and you want to have a bash at this, then please do. Use the hashtag Marmite Challenge, make a video and let us know about it. But you don't have to, this is just a little something that me and Chris concocted together just for a bit of fun. Right, so that's the end of my video. Now please go along to Chris the Butcher's channel, look at his video, tell him what you think of his, leave a comment down below, see what you think of mine as well. But yeah, that's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. It's something a little bit different, and I'll see your gorgeous faces next time for more tasty fun and frolics, and bye for now.